from the Fox 5 studios, this is the RebZone Sports Show.
Well, I hope you like basketball because we got a ton of hoops action tonight on the RebZone. The Runnin' Rebels are playing Wichita State right now at T-Mobile Arena. We'll have more from the Roman main event. And earlier this week, it was the Donovan Williams dunk show at the Thomas and Mack. I have a feeling we'll be seeing a show from the Texas transfer a lot this season as UNLV beat North Dakota State on the buzzer this week.
You know, so I mean, I go home and I just sleep about just getting dunks. Like some people dream about getting steals, blocks, threes, whatever. I just dream about getting dunks and making plays. So I think that one was, it felt good. It felt great.
And UNLV football went toe-to-toe with 19th ranked SDSU on senior night, losing a tough game to the Aztecs. We'll break down their 28-20 loss with Coach Arroyo, and we're also sitting down with sixth-year senior Julio Garcia. We might be speaking a little bit of Spanish tonight on the RebZone, talking a little Bad Bunny too, huh? Yeah, that's right. Get your Google Translator ready. You know I always joke around with Coach Arroyo. Sometimes I tell him we're doing the whole show in Spanish. We could. This week was packed, y'all. Tons of hoops action and a big football game for UNLV, facing a ranked team for the fourth time this season. We got a lot to cover tonight on the RebZone. Coach Arroyo will be joining us shortly, but first, let's head out to T-Mobile Arena. We are taking it back to Friday night. The Runnin' Rebels taking on fourth-ranked Michigan, and Mike Nuga is putting on a show early. UNLV taking a 7-4 lead. Donovan Williams told us they weren't the underdogs this week, and he's telling us why. The steal and finish, beautiful. Game is tied up at 15, but Williams ain't done out here blocking shots. Williams posted 12 points, 2 rebounds on Friday night, but Michigan's Eli Brooks was just nasty from downtown, 4 of 7 from deep in this game. Wolverines would lead 30-25 with 2 minutes left in the half, but count on Hamilton to pull up with a big-time bucket. UNLV only trails by 3, 35-32 at the half. Later in the second, Brooks is still hot from deep. Michigan pulls away with a 63-51 lead as Williams is still flexing from deep, his second 3-ball of the night. The Rebels fighting keeping this game close, but Michigan would pull away at the end, handing the Rebels their first loss of the season, 74-61.
I do think when we watch the film, we're going to see a number of opportunities where we maybe had an opportunity to get, instead of a good shot, a great shot. But again, this is the 4th game now in a row where we've gotten better offensively. I don't think that could be argued. So if there is a silver lining to it, it's that we're getting better offensively and defensively. We competed like crazy. We just couldn't get those stops when we needed.
It's a good test for us. You know, we're going to have a couple of other games that are coming up, and, you know, we're just going to keep on getting better from there. You know, we came in this game expecting to win. I'm proud of all the guys. I felt like we fought hard, and, you know, we're just going to keep getting better.
Too much fun watching him. Well, it was the last time we got to see the Chuck Wagon take the field as a Rebel at Allegiant Stadium. UNLV honored 14 seniors on Friday night as UNLV went toe-to-toe with 19th ranked SDSU. Tough loss for UNLV, but boy, did we see Justin Rogers step it up and light it up on Friday night. We'll break down the game with Coach Arroyo coming up.
You're watching the RebZone Sports Show on Fox 5.
It was the last time we'll see the Chuck Wagon take the field at Allegiant Stadium as a Rebel. I'm sure we'll see him back in Vegas as a pro. Loved seeing all the babies and families on senior night. Is that baby Gio? I think it is. And hey, you gotta love the way the Rebels came out of the gate swinging against 19th ranked SDSU on Friday night. Cam Friel starts wheeling and dealing, finds Charles Williams for a 20-yard gain. Keep it going, Friel. Friel over the middle to Steve Jenkins. Jenkins just warming up. Pushed out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Rebels looking to reach the end zone first. but the Chuck wagon is stuffed early, and Danny Gutierrez would come out and kick a 21-yard field goal as the Rebels are on top early, 3-0. Nice execution early in this game. Hey, Jacoby Windman comes out the next drive, and it's exactly a nightmare for SDSU. A big sack, the Rebels defense swarming the Aztecs early. Later in the first, Friel tries to connect again with Jenkins, but check this out. The ball is tipped up and intercepted by Andrew Alecki. Alecki takes it the other way, and my cameraman is like, what just happened? We blink, and the Aztecs are on top 7-3. Fast forward to the second quarter, Friel gets sacked by Keyshawn Banks and is slow to get up. Friel and Kyle would be carted off the field, and it's not looking good as Justin Rogers comes in. The junior backup quarterback comes off the bench with some heat, completing his first 6 passes, including this 43-yard bomb to a wide-open Ziel Griffin. Allegiant Stadium is jumping. UNLV out in front 10-7, but the Aztecs respond. Lucas Johnson to an open Jesse Matthews, and the Aztecs are starting to make some noise. 12 seconds left in the first half. Johnson airs it out big time to the corner of the end zone, and Matthews, his guy, is there with the catch. SDSU takes a 21-10 lead at halftime. The Rebels come out fighting in the third quarter. Justin Rogers, man, impressive night from the junior. Steve Jenkins breaks free, racing down the sideline. It's all green. Dude has jets. Jenkins balling out there. That'll set up this. Rogers later comes and goes to his favorite guy, Gio Fa'alu. Massive comeback for Gio on senior night, too. He suffered a right leg injury earlier this season in the UTSA game, and I know baby Gio is proud. Rebels trail 21-17. Later in the third, it's the Rogers and Jenkins show on repeat on the RebZone. Both these guys having a career night. Jenkins out here balling, finishing with a career-high 5 catches for 176 yards. This drive would end with a Goot field goal, and the Rebels only trail by 1, 21-20, heading into the fourth quarter. 3:40 left in the ball game. Johnson fires it to Matthews for his, third touchdown of the night, and the Aztecs take a 28-20 lead. Rebels looking to tie this ball game up. 4th down and 4. Rogers throws it over the middle and is picked off by Cedric Lakalaka, who takes it the other way, and he's eventually brought down by Williams. Rebels defense would force the Aztecs to punt. Tyson Player blocks it, but the clock expires at Allegiant Stadium as things get a little chippy at the end, and UNLV goes toe-to-toe with 19th ranked SDSU, falling 28-20. Here's more from the Beast himself, Jacoby Windman.
I'll just say that, no matter who the team is, what the rank is, I mean, hats off to them. They're a great team, but, I think it just says a lot about us. We got a good fight in us. Throughout the week, we focus on just us, and it shows in the game that we play for each other. And that's all we got, because that's all we need.
Well, welcome Coach Arroyo into the RebZone. Coach, you said on Friday night you were proud of the overall improvement you're seeing from your team each game, each practice, each meeting. Are you proud of the way your guys came out fast and the execution you saw from Cam Friel, especially on your opening drive?
Yeah, I am. I would continue to, looking back at the tape right now. I mean, it's still something that we're excited about and feeling good. Our current identity's been elevated and it's recognizable. I think we're seeing the team playing together and playing for each other with belief. They're playing physical, they're playing explosive, and they're not catching. And I think those are the reasons that after the game I was able to say that, regardless of the outcome. And in the last 3 weeks, we've elevated those standards. And to come out, starting fast in the opening drive, we want a touchdown there, but to go 72 yards in 10 plays and take the ball right off the coin toss. I told those guys I wanted to be aggressive all game, and started the coin toss and taking the ball. So the defense came out and stopped the run, did a nice job fundamentally, and there's a lot of good stuff that came out of the game. Obviously, it didn't go the way we wanted to, and wanted to send the seniors out in their home stadium the right way. But I thought they fought, and I'm proud of the progress they've made.
I mean, the very next drive, your defense came out physical, hungry. Jacoby Windman racking up a career best 3 sacks on Friday night. Is it awesome to see the growth from your defense each week, especially Jacoby Windman and his growth at middle inside linebacker this year?
Yeah, I mean, more than anything, just the collective group. You can't play this sport by yourself. Jacoby's a piece of it, and he's a big impact guy. But for the whole group to be shoulder to shoulder and stop the run against that defense and hold those guys and win the point of attack and have them average, 3.1 yards per rush and great on third down and have the big play goal met and tackles for losses and the first down success they had. I mean, there's a lot of really good stuff that came out of team defense, and that's what we want. That's the collective effort and identity we need in all three phases to put the foundation down where we want to go for the long haul.
The story of Friday night has been the story all season long. The next man up, Justin Rogers, comes in for Cam Friel in the second quarter and lights it up. I mean, Allegiant Stadium was going wild. Was it awesome to see the execution he had on Friday night and just the story of his comeback and everything he's been through?
Yeah, I mean, it's a perfect story. It's exactly what we've been preaching all year. We're in the infant stages of our roster, and we've got a lot of guys that are going to be asked and have been asked all season to step up in replacement roles and have an impact in a big place. A lot of times in critical situations, we've been in a lot of really tight games with really good opponents. I told Justin when he went out there today, I said, hey, I'm not going to stop being aggressive and play calling right now in this game. So get ready to spin it around and go to work. And I thought he did a great job. I mean, his job in practice throughout the weeks and the months as he's been here as a backup are one that are really commendable. And I think that his preparation is what led him to that point. Didn't play perfect, but obviously did some really, really good things in a backup role coming in off the bench. So excited for that look and for that idea and premise from our football team.
Coach, what is Justin like on the sidelines? What is he like at practice? We've only talked to him maybe once this year. I'm interested to know just his demeanor.
Yeah, pretty calm guy, pretty reserved. Does a good job in the meeting rooms. Coach Thomas does a great job with the quarterbacks and has all season getting those guys prepared and demanding a lot of those guys, regardless of where they are on the depth chart. We know what we've been through in regards to quarterback rotation, and it hasn't been nice and cute. So those guys have all been asked to be ready to roll, and we're in a situation now where everybody's got to be ready and at all positions, and it's not going to change this week. So his demeanor's been kind of who Justin is, just kind of middle ground, too high, never too low, and he stayed focused. And I thought you saw some of that come out on Friday night.
Speaking of guys being ready, I want to talk about Gio Fa'alu and the comeback story from him going out in the UTSA game with a right leg injury. And then we saw him catch his first touchdown of the season on Friday night. I mean, what a story for Gio and for all your sixth-year seniors, giving it their all this year.
Yeah, I mean, that was awesome just to see Gio get back out there, like we talked about the last couple weeks, to get him back in the field this year for his senior year. To even have him back is just such a great story and a tribute to the program and the training staff to get him back and rolling himself and the work he put in to get back out there. To see him catch that ball the other night was really, really nice to see it go that way for him. And then the 6-year seniors have all been a big part of what we've done and planting the seeds here and moving forward with this program.
All right, Coach, one last fight, Air Force on Friday. It's Thanksgiving week. I'm ready to travel and go to Colorado and see some leaves. How do you guys stop Air Force? They had a wild game against UNR on Friday night going into triple overtime. What impresses you about that 8-3 team?
Well, I mean, they continue to be a well-coached football team and play well together. They run, obviously, an option football team that has always done a really nice job under Coach Calhoun. They're disciplined. They're accountable. I mean, they're going to be where they're supposed to be. And again, this is a program that has always done a really nice job. They've been consistent, and we're gonna get everything out of them that they'll give us here this week. And so we've got to do a really good job of being fundamentally sound, tackle well, be disciplined with our eyes. We've got to put well on offense, and really just to finish the job this season.
All right, Coach, we're traveling on Thanksgiving. Are you guys planning any Thanksgiving dinner or anything for the guys?
Yeah, of course. That's a huge piece of the week. We don't, the work can't get overshadowed by the reality of the week. We've got a lot to be thankful for in this country. A lot to be thankful here in our program. We'll settle a lot here in-house and do some things this week, and then on the road we'll have a Thanksgiving dinner. We got guys who aren't on the road with us. We're planning for them and their families. So everything's taken into account this week as an opportunity for us to celebrate kind of our families and where we are in this moment. So nothing like that's ever taken lightly for us, and so I'm excited to be around our guys and their families.
I do have one favor to ask you, to bring me a plate of those smoked jalapeno sweet potatoes that you talk about.
Oh yes, that would be on the return trip. Those won't make.
That's right. That's right. Because you got to run on Friday. We got to run.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Coach. Take care. We'll see you later this week.
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm starving now. Thanksgiving, hurry up. We're talking everything football, family, and Latino culture with sixth-year senior Julio Garcia, who took the field at Allegiant Stadium on Friday night for one last time. We're talking a little Bad Bunny, too, huh? His feature is coming up.
You're watching the RebZone Sports Show on Fox 5.
Julio Garcia walks around with a silent confidence. You can't hear him, but he's coming for you, and you should be afraid.
The football field, I'm totally different, you know. I do whatever it takes to win, so, you know, I'm not always the nicest person, but, you know, I do whatever I can to protect my teammates, you know. The
Bishop Gorman grad is scary on the football field. His eye black, his hair, his 330 pounds puts the fear in his opponents. As a sixth-year senior, he's helped the young O-line grow their chemistry and find their confidence this season. Julio has also blocked for his best friend Charles Williams, who became UNLV's all-time leading rusher this year. To Julio, it's never about himself. He's always trying to help his teammates, and that's just how he was raised in his Mexican household.
Yeah, the biggest thing, you know, in my family is just, it's all about, you know, helping each other out, you know, not try to be individual. So that's kind of like the biggest thing I took from that. And then just, they always tell us, you know, make sure you're always helping each other. Always try to help my brother or sister. Don't just think about yourself. So I try to do that for football, you know. Like if I get praise for something, you know, I just try to share it with everyone else.
So I had to ask Julio, why the blonde hair?
I think I get it from my mom. My mom, she went to school for, you know, cosmetology. So, you know, I just try to be, you know, I try to have some style. You know, yeah. I get it from my mom. My dad doesn't like it, but, you know.
I also found out this season that Julio and I both love Latino artist Bad Bunny. Julio tells me he loves reggaeton music.
Yeah, I kind of got into it probably like my sophomore year in college. It just started to grow. You know, at first it was my brother listened to it, and I was like, what is this? And then, you know, I started liking one song, and then it just started to blow up.
Julio tells me his Latino culture is a big part of who he is. He looks up to Latino football players and continually looks to his culture for style inspiration.
Yeah, I just get inspiration just from a lot of Latino artists. Like, you know, they just try to look different. You know, I always try to wear the same stuff everyone wears. I don't like that, you know. Everyone gets the same shoes. I try to get the shoes no one gets.
Julio took the field at Allegiant Stadium on Friday night for one last time as a Rebel, but tells me he's leaving a team with a bright future.
I mean, the future is going to be crazy because no one's going to expect it, but only people that have been here and been practicing and all that, been within the program, we're going to know, because we got a lot of young guys that are already doing what they need to do, and a lot more, you know, they're not even playing yet. So the program's going to be, you know, good as it can get.
Lastly, what will Julio miss most about UNLV?
The biggest thing I get that I enjoy every day and that I'm going to miss is just the locker room, just enjoying everyone's company and everyone talk about problems and getting feedback. That's the biggest thing I'm gonna miss.
Julio, gracias. Buena suerte. I'm glad we could talk about Bad Bunny on the RebZone tonight. My favorite. I heard in my ear the producer saying Bad Bunny's her favorite. Okay, try to sneak it into the RebZone a little bit. If Bad Bunny could come on the RebZone one day, I think that would be my life dream. I'd be over. The Runnin' Rebels are playing Wichita State tonight at T-Mobile Arena, and it's another game coming down to the wire. We'll take a look at their schedule this week and find out who they're playing on Turkey Week. Gobble, gobble.
You're watching the RebZone Sports Show on Fox 5.
Oh man, this Wichita State UNLV game is coming down to the wire. I'm taking a look at an updated score right now, and UNLV is leading 73-72 with 5 seconds left on the clock. This is some video of them warming up earlier. But my goodness, it is a close game coming down to the wire at T-Mobile Arena. Another thriller. Bryce Hamilton is leading with 18 points and 3 rebounds. We'll see if UNLV can hang on to their 73-72 7-2 lead. Can't wait to hang out with the Runnin' Rebels later this week.
Thanks for watching Fox 5 News. Watch us live wherever you are, on our mobile, on our streaming news app. And you can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.